What's up, everybody? It's your boy KidSmoove. This is another Apples and Oranges video, and I am here to kill the who's gonna win the rigged Super Bowl conspiracy. I mean, there's been too many of them. You look up YouTube, these guys are getting hits. Some of them they've gotten correct, but I don't think they gotten these picks correct because of numerology or because the sports are rigged. It's just they went with the better team. Now, this year's NFL playoff is going to expose all of that, and everybody's trying to pick who's going to win, or they're going to tell you who's going to win the rigged Super Bowls because they put numbers together, and it keeps spitting out Andrew Luck and the Colts and the Packers and the Vikings. Well, I'm going to tell you this: the Colts, the Packers, and the Vikings will not win the rigged Super Bowl 51. And here's why. Here is why. If you haven't been watching football, let me just tell you. For the teams that are going to win, that's supposedly going to win the rigged Super Bowl 51, the Colts, which is everyone's favorite is the Indianapolis Colts. They started the season 2-4. They're currently 6-7. 6-7. They're third in their the division. But that's everybody's lot to win in the rigged Super Bowl. The Super Bowl that everybody says is rigged, and Andrew Luck's going to make it there. He's going to meet Aaron Rodgers, who is also struggling in the Super Bowl to win the Lombardi Trophy. Now, let me focus on the Colts. They're in a division with the Houston Texans and the Titans. And I think who else is in that division? I don't even know. But none of the teams are impressive. It's easily to say, okay, with 3 games left, the Colts are likely to make it. Problem is, the Colts just lost to the Texans. They are now 6-7. There's 3 more weeks left of the football season. They have to win out, and everybody else kind of have to lose out. But here's where things get tough for the rigged Super Bowl champions. The Colts' next 3 games are versus the Vikings, Raiders, and Jaguars. I can tell you this: the Colts are going 1-2 over the next 3 games. No. They're going to lose to the Vikings. They're going to lose to the Raiders. They will beat the Jaguars. They will beat them. The Texans' next 3 games are against the Jags, Bengals, and Titans. Now, this schedule benefits either the Titans and Texans. When they play each other, it doesn't matter who wins. Whoever wins out of them, because since they're tied, are probably going to win the division, therefore eliminating the Andy Dalton's team, which is not Andy Dalton. I keep saying Andy Dalton. Andrew Luck's team, which is going to get eliminated next week when they play the Vikings. And if don't get eliminated that week, going to get eliminated when they lose to the Raiders. Because the Texans will beat the Jaguars. They can upset the Bengals. And they'll probably beat the Titans. But even if they don't win all 3, I don't think they'll win all 3. They'll go 2-1. There's no way they're losing all 3. And vice versa. The Titans will lose to the Chiefs next week on week 15. They will beat the Jaguars, but they will probably lose to the Texans. And if they do beat the Texans, wow, they're going to win the division. So, please, I don't know what is like this is when like conspiracies like throw my mind up. They'll put all these numbers together. Everybody think they have the numbers. Now, what you guys are going to do, you guys are going to get a lot of people hooked, and you're going to send people to these betting tables to bet on these teams that have absolutely no shot. What's going to happen is they're going to lose money because they're going to be betting on teams that are barely making the playoffs. Now, let's take the case for the Packers, who have the highest chance to make the playoffs and have the highest chance maybe to make the Super Bowl out of these rigged Super Bowl predictions. The Packers are currently 7-6. Their schedule isn't too bad. They got the Bears, Vikings, and the Lions. That's their 3 schedule. I have the Packers going 2-1. Yeah, they'll make the playoffs. But they're not going to meet Andrew Luck in the playoffs. They're not. If And they're not going to meet the Colts in the Super Bowl. That is not happening. It's not. Sorry, it hasn't played out that way. The master manipulators fucked up on the numbers. They forgot that the Colts are virtually eliminated. The Vikings, their next 3 games are against, what do you know? The Colts, the Packers, and the Bears. I have the Vikings going, what do you know? 2-1, beating the Colts and beating the Bears, losing to the Packers to send the Packers to the playoffs. But the thing is, if the Packers make the playoffs, I know the freaking Lions might win a division and win that playoff spot. So I'm not even getting all depth. I'm not pulling up these stupid numbers from numerology and whatnot. Just looking at who has won what and what they lost in their remaining schedule, you can tell you who's going to the playoffs. And I'm sorry to you guys who've been predicting all year since July that the Indianapolis Colts will win the rigged Super Bowl 51 championship in your cap letters. It's not going to happen. Now, if this does happen, if they somehow manage to win their next 3 games and the other 2 teams lose, and they somehow find a way to beat the Raiders and the Patriots in the playoffs to meet a struggling Packers in the Super Bowl, I will concede, take my L. I was like, you know what, you're right. Fuck sports. And I would never watch another damn NFL game in my life again. I wouldn't root for another team. Ever. Wouldn't root. I give up on Tom Brady and the Patriots. I was like, fuck it, it's all rigged. I want to see this being put off, but to you guys watching and falling in love with these, who's going to win the rigged Super Bowl 51, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be the Colts. It might be the Packers, but it won't be any other teams they listed. Who's probably going to the Super Bowl is probably going to be the Cowboys versus the Raiders, or the Patriots versus the Cowboys or the Patriots versus the Giants, or the Giants versus the Raiders. The Giants might win. Every time the Giants go to the damn playoffs, they go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I could be fucking wrong. But I know what I'm not wrong about, the Colts winning the Super Bowl. Because they can barely get into the playoffs. They were supposed to be 10-6, remember? They can't be 10-6 if they already have 7 losses. It's KidSmoove, Apples and Oranges, killing that stupid rigged Super Bowl 51 conspiracy before it even happens. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please. Thank you.